demoiselle.
Pardon, you are responsible for us to know everything about Louis XIII Cognac. So I want to know everything about this bottle that has a lot of history in here. The liquid, if I might say so, is 100 years old. So in order to make that 100-year-old cognac, one of the finest cognac in the world, and one of an expensive one, not the most expensive, but one of the finest. Tell me what goes in here besides love and knowledge.
A lot of passion, a lot of dedication. Louis XIII was actually created in 1874 by Rémy Martin. The story is quite interesting. In 1850, a wine grower came and see Rémy Martin, and he found a metal flask in his garden. And he said to Rémy, "Look what I found in my garden." And Rémy Martin had a strike of genius and, "Oh, that's interesting." And until then, all the very old eau de vie of the Rémy Martin family, of the house of Rémy Martin, were actually not sold. They were kept as a dowry for the daughters when they got married. And he said, "Well, we have such a fantastic treasure of eau de vie. I'm gonna transform this metal flask, I'm gonna make it out of glass, and I'm going to call it Louis XIII, Louis XIII, after the King of France, because the Rémy Martin family, when they established themselves in the Cognac region the first time, it was during the reign of Louis XIII. And actually, we later found out, when digging into the archives, that this metal flask dated back to 1569. On the very place that this wine grower found this metal flask was a famous battle between Catholics and Protestants, between the Duc d'Anjou and the Prince de Condé. And so this was really a piece of history. And actually, when you look at the decanter, which was made out of glass from 1874
was my favorite cognac decanter.
You have great taste. To 1836, as of 1936, it was made out of crystal, especially by lacquer. So it's really a piece of history. And when you look at it, if you take off the fleur de lis stopper and also these beautiful tooth, it is actually very handy. You know, it really looks like a flask.
Yeah, I know people keep it. You know, once they drink.
So some people ask us, but who was your designer? Well, you know, there is no designer. And actually, we found out later by doing some research that this metal flask could have contained some salt, water, or wine.
And then the sad story for the people who are in charge of making the eau de vie that are going to go in that bottle, since it's a 100-year-old eau de vie blend of 1,200 different eau de vie, whoever starts never knows the end product.
It's really a work of devotion, of passions, of transmission. To elaborate Louis XIII, it takes 4 generations of cellar master. So it means that today, Pierre Trichet, our cellar master, is working and selecting some eau de vie that are going to be bottled in 2113. So she's actually working on something she will never see finished. And the best analogy would be the cathedral builders. You know, it took 1 century to build a cathedral, and you would never see your work finished. So it's a little bit the same. Louis XIII actually is a blend of 1,200 different eau de vie. They're all coming from the Grand Champagne area. In Cognac, there are 6 different crus, and Louis XIII's eau de vie only exclusively come from the heart of Cognac, and we really believe they deliver the eau de vie with the most complex aromatic profile, and the reason is that the Grand Champagne area has a very high content of chalk. The fact that it has a very high content of chalk allows the vines during the summer not to be stressed because they can very easily go and fetch the water. So this way they are not stressed and they deliver the most aromatic grapes in the day.
So now who has the biggest collection of those empty decanters? Do you know?
Wow.
Because you save those, right? Once you've drunk.
Well,
Cognac,
some of
right?
our loyal consumers obviously drink it. Some of them collect them. But yeah, we really have some very loyal consumers. I know some people who, for example, for their 50th birthday, ordered 50 different decanters.
I'm very sorry for you because your glass is empty and mine is not. And I will not leave with that glass full. I will empty it right now.
Cheers to that.
Thank you so much.